Have you ever been suddenly cut off, left without any explanation? Everything seemed fine, and then, out of nowhere, silence became the main character, trapping you in a maze of unanswered questions. You don't understand what you did or why you're being ignored, and that uncertainty starts consuming your every thought. The emptiness a narcissist leaves you with when they give the silent treatment is no accident. It has nothing to do with you doing something wrong or a personal crisis on their part. It's a tactic, a cold, calculated game meant to manipulate you, keep you at their mercy, and make you feel increasingly trapped in their web. Today, we'll reveal the truth behind this silence, the reason they punish you with their absence, and how you can reclaim control over your life. If you've ever fallen into this manipulation game, stay with us, because what you're about to discover could change how you handle every move a narcissist makes. We'll uncover every detail of this tactic so that you know how to protect yourself and, most importantly, how to avoid letting this silence control you. Why does the narcissist use the silent treatment? First, it's crucial to understand that a narcissist's silence has nothing to do with reflection or a desire to resolve a conflict. For them, the silent treatment is a calculated punishment, a strategy designed to manipulate you. When a narcissistic person stops talking to you, they want to inflict pain and keep you trapped in a whirlpool of uncertainty. They know that while you're trying to understand what went wrong, they have control. Every time you ask yourself, "What did I do wrong? Why did they stop talking to me?" the narcissist strengthens their hold over you. The lack of words becomes a powerful tool. For a narcissist, ignoring you doesn't mean they've stopped thinking about you. Rather, it's a way to gauge how much power they can exert without saying a single word. They want you to torment yourself, feel guilty, and look for answers within, making you believe you're the problem. This is a calculated move, as they know that a tormented, insecure person is much easier to manipulate and control. The dynamics of silence, control, evasion, and superiority. A narcissist, in any argument or conflict, never seeks resolution. Their objective is simple: to win. If you've ever had an argument with a narcissistic person, you've probably seen how they deflect topics, shift responsibility onto you, or even play the victim to arouse your sympathy. Why do they do this? Because acknowledging their mistakes strips them of control. For them, accepting fault is unacceptable as it threatens the image of superiority they need to preserve at all costs. When they can't win an argument, they resort to something even more insidious: silence. This act of withdrawing and disappearing isn't surrender but a power tactic. For them, silence is a form of absolute control, a declaration of superiority. They know that by ignoring you, they leave you stuck in a vulnerable state, waiting for an explanation that will never come, and the more anxious you get, the more control they gain over you. The impact of silence on you. A narcissist's silence has a devastating effect on your emotional health. You start to feel empty, trapped in an emotional limbo where anxiety, sadness, and guilt mix together. You wonder if you were too insistent, if you said something inappropriate, or if somehow you could have done things differently. These doubts lead you to question your own truths and distrust your feelings, which is precisely what the narcissist wants. Over time, you begin doubting your own perceptions, arguments, and even your rights. You wonder if it's worth defending your views or needs, if this silence is somehow justified. Through this, the narcissist gradually erodes your self-esteem, knowing that the less you defend yourself, the easier it will be to subdue and control you. In your search for answers, you give up more ground each time, thinking that by doing so, you'll maintain peace in the relationship. The idealization phase, love as a control tool. This is a key aspect, the golden stage or love-bombing phase with which they won you over in the beginning. All the silence and indifference you're experiencing now are designed to make you cling even tighter to that memory, keeping you trapped in the image of who they were at first. The phase of unconditional love, gestures, and attention was part of a carefully constructed illusion to get you hooked on the fantasy of the perfect partner. This way, when the narcissist ignores you, you find yourself longing for that version of them you believe is real. This is where emotional addiction begins. Your mind clings to that memory, those moments of love and attention, and every time the narcissist disappears, it triggers the need to recapture the golden phase. It's an emotional trap. Your mind has been programmed to think that the only way to soothe that pain is by getting the narcissist's approval and affection again, the person who becomes the cure for the pain they themselves have caused. Nullification and disdain, the blow to your identity. The silent treatment is also a form of disdain. By ignoring you, the narcissist reduces you, making you feel invisible and worthless. The person you love and trust turns into a cold and indifferent judge, which is emotionally destructive. In your search for reasons, you start justifying their actions, thinking maybe it's not that bad, or that maybe they don't realize the harm they're causing. The truth is, the narcissist knows exactly what they're doing but lacks empathy and views your feelings as irrelevant. For them, your emotions are merely a means to get what they want. What can you do about this silence? This is where your personal power comes in. Realizing that this silence has nothing to do with your worth, your ability to be loved, or your mistakes is the first step. This silence is just a tactic to manipulate you, and if you see it for what it truly is, you can start freeing yourself from its power. You don't have to keep waiting for the narcissist to come back or decide to talk. You don't need their permission to heal and move forward. The key here is to act consciously and not out of reaction. You can express your feelings clearly without expecting a response. Take control of your emotions, and if necessary, set firm boundaries. If you recognize this person as narcissistic, cutting off contact is a valid and healthy option. Blocking them and distancing yourself isn't an act of revenge but a protective measure. Herein lies the difference. The narcissist uses silence to hurt you, while you can use no contact to heal and restore your well-being. The value of regaining your autonomy. Remember, you deserve relationships where your opinion is valued, where you can express yourself without fear, and where love isn't a game of power. A relationship with a narcissist is a trap that undermines your confidence and damages your self-esteem. But if you choose to break that cycle, to cut those strings and take control of your life, you'll see the power return to your hands. Your indifference, your decision not to react, is the real victory. A narcissist fears losing control over you, and if you stop being their source of validation, they lose that power they crave. The silence will no longer be their weapon of control but a reflection of their own inability to manipulate you. Leave your opinion and personal experience in the comments. Don't forget to give a like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this.